Well, a new report shows consumer spending continues to surge, but are those consumers also saving money at the same rate? Here's John Phipps.
The pandemic has been a goldmine of data and theoretical tests for economists. It's sort of a let's poke it with a stick and see what happens concept. The disruption of almost all economic activity here and around the globe provided all kinds of revelations that would not have been clear otherwise. One surprising result was a spike in the savings rates. Here in the U.S. last April, we collectively saved a record 30% of our income. Now, saving money is a good thing, as all of our parents repeatedly told us. But despite those admonitions, America has not been a land of savers, averaging around 7 to 8% over the last several years. Comparing to other countries, we just don't tuck as much money away. The starkest contrast is with the Chinese, who historically have saved nearly half their income. While saving is a personal virtue, when people save instead of spend, other people don't get any income. It's a tragedy of the commons type problem. What is good for individuals may not be good for the population as a whole. This is one of China's biggest problems in reducing their dependence on exporting. Without the Chinese becoming more energetic spenders, exporting becomes a crucial market. Now, the latest data show the Chinese consumer spending at about 55% of their GDP. In comparison, U.S. consumers provide about 70%. Looking back, it's obvious. When you're not going out, most face-to-face retailing slows drastically. Even the pickup in online retail couldn't overcome this spending collapse. We're feverishly studying why. Being cooped up, fear of the future, especially the end of going out to eat and travel, undoubtedly contributed, and there are probably many other factors. At any rate, the American public has stashed away unprecedented amounts of wealth. The savings rate has dropped back to similar levels as before, but the money the government poured into the economy, like the PPP program, didn't all get spent. It undoubtedly did prevent a severe recession. Meanwhile, Americans have accumulated about $2.7 trillion in what are called excess savings. And we're not alone. There is about $5.5 trillion globally in similar holdings. This is new territory for economies, and we're really not sure what this stash means for the future. Next week, I'll explore what many economists think will happen to these savings and why, perversely enough, it may be a big headache for some time.
Thank you, John. And as he mentioned, he will have part 2 of that discussion next week. All right, stay tuned because Tractor Tales is next. And later, one rising Ohio State football star got his start in the hayfields. That story later as our 2021 College Roadshow continues.